So here's what I'm going to do. The score you see on screen right now is going to be what I've ultimately decided to do. So it's not a complete reset, but I have subtracted the score. But let's get into it first. Cthulhu, Curious Birthmark, Character Exclusive Perks, Morrico. So yeah, I basically, subtract... Oh my goodness, my face still hurts for some reason. I subtracted Cthulhu and Herald from the scoreboard. But at the same time, fool me once, shame on the game, but fool me twice, that's my fault. So, second encounter, knowledge, charisma, dexterity, Takushi-san, and maybe second mystery. And after that, yeah, so, if it happens again, I will do a full reset. This time will be the, one exception, because, well, I gotta do something for this. So, yeah, I've got to decide on something. I was thinking about a full reset, but because it was such a... I mean, yeah, it was a very, very unintended part of the game, as opposed to, again, I've mentioned things like handcuffs before. I don't use it, but say even the time unit going above 200 during certain times, things like that. I'll give reasons why I do and do not do things. And if they work, they work. If not, well, if nothing else, we're working with house rules. I mean, I could say more, but I do need to focus. So, Botanist, Kana, Sailors, Footage, and Flood. So, Kana, Footage, Flood, and to... Well, I do need to do Flood. I do need to do Flood at some point. As a side note, I personally prioritize Footage over Botanist. Because on average, the amount of investigations you do is more than Botanist. Botanist has 9 spots. Technically, Footage has 9 spots too, but you have to visit the mansion twice as well, which could or couldn't be a bad thing. But on Harbinger, investigating more normally hurts you more, because for mansion specifically, yes, while you could run into both events that you can decrease doom in, you could also get the easy encounter. So, into 2 reason loss, something like that. Anywho, let me just look at my threat levels. Forest High, Hospital Max, Seaside Max. We don't have Coma, so we're probably going to do the Forest for the sake of reducing the penalty. If my penalty still increases, then... Again, say if when I lower the threat level with police patrol from high to low, I still get the penalty. That's something about, that's a bug, I guess, that I wouldn't really mind as much as I'm doing this challenge. Again, for fun, to do it, to challenge myself is why I'm doing this challenge, or any challenges really, most of the time. Nice. But at the same time, if the game completely breaks, then yeah. So, again, the reason for the not the hard reset and just basically a -2 to my score is because while I could still survive through getting my inventory limit reduced, at the same time, obviously there would be a big difference between me having a full inventory at that certain part of that video and not. So, handcuff tech aside, while, for those who are really, really new, being able to improvise infinitely until you attack the Doll Nurse or the Burning Man in that encounter is intended, because they have a blind trait where they do not attack you until you basically do specific actions, but improvise is not one of those actions. So you can go help Shiokawa recycle branches and empty broken bottles until... yeah, you feel like you want to move on. While also throwing said broken bottles and branches at those 2 enemies, or other enemies, if and when we get to add traits to custom enemies. I say we because I include myself in that number, but hey. I feel like I forgot to do something. I think we're fine for now, but anywho. Again, I'm giving kind of my reasons while I am semi-autopiloting through Kana here. I need to look at my lighthouse. I know I don't have a strength check and every other stat check, but I'm just checked. Okay, second encounter and second mystery. Did I run into an encounter? I don't think I did yet. I feel like I would have remembered. So, and I think Takushi-san dead last, but hey. But yeah, and if there's anything else that comes up, I'll try to say it as I remember. If not, let's keep moving on, because I do need to focus, because otherwise I end up dying. I could talk about other suggestions that were given to me, like, basically not getting the run reset when I fight or when I win or lose against the dupe god, but I feel like that kind of not ruins the challenge, but is not part of the intent that I designed this challenge for. That being said, I think I've talked about it way long ago, but a downside of this challenge is that if you just get completely unlucky, you just keep fighting the same bosses and never get a boss that you need to defeat for the, to complete the challenge, obviously. And then you just end up dying to RNG eventually. Because, again, admittedly, while in this game, unless there is a 100% strategy, I'm not going to say that there isn't, if I don't know for sure in a game like this. Even though I feel like, again, RNG can just bowl you over, but why did I believe in myself there? Hopefully I don't need to rest. I was really saving the rest there, but hopefully we get out soon, because there are quite a bit of stamina encounters in this forest, including enemies that do all, which means they technically also do stamina damage. But anyway, back to talking about how I designed this challenge. Yeah, again, the dupe gods is sort of a thing. I think that's one of the bigger parts of why the challenge is as challenging as it is. And here is where I put in the disclaimer that, yes, if I remembered more events and was a better player in general, yes, this challenge should be over by episode 20. Unless, of course, I keep getting dupe gods, but that's another topic entirely. I'm gonna grab Outdoorsman for the funny reason that is, I have a lot of forest investigations, and I have yet to... I think I did grab the rumor, right? Please tell me I grabbed the rumor. Well, I'm gonna make sure I grab it now, as I flub my words. But... yeah, let's actually heal stamina here, because even if we get Daddy's Girl, I don't have that perk yet, so... I know we're going into Flood, but I don't get to rest too much if my stamina is too low anyway, so here we go. But yeah, the design of the challenge, a big part of it is having to roll on RNG and fighting a duplicate god. Now that being said, I could add in exceptions, like if I win against a dupe god like 3 times in a while I'm like, say I get reset and I do Ithotu and then Ath and Cthulhu, but then I run to Ithotu 2 more times, so a total of 3 times, and I haven't been reset yet, then I could maybe forget that, just keep going and reroll if I get Ithotu again. That's something I've thought about, but for now, in this imperfected form, I'll try to complete this challenge. But later on, maybe I'll introduce a rule like that, because, yeah, it is quite the... not a wet fart, but, well, I know we were supposed to get curses during encounters, but when I get branded here, I'm just gonna do this. So, but yeah, I could add in rules like that, but I have decided not to. So in this, again, not exception, well, because, like, you can't really plan for what happened to me, unless you already knew. Or if there was a way to, avoid what happened to me, then, or, like, rectify the situation, like, put my numbers back up, then I would have done it without, if there were a way without, sacrificing too much, something in-game, like, I could just revert it back, because obviously your inventory being, reduced is not supposed to happen, apart from negative effects, but I don't think we have an effect like that yet. And if there are, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that it's, it was a bug what happened, so, although at the same time, I'll keep shooting back where things like handcuff is technically a quote-unquote bug, but, I mean, we know of things in more than just World of Horror, in other games where it's not intended, but it's actually a cool circumstance, I guess is how I'll try to put it. But at the same time, if you want to look at the technicality of the issue, it is ultimately a bug. I should have also equipped this Ritual Mask. I don't know why I'm holding on to it, because this might have been able to help me mitigate reason. But, anywho. And to turn the chessboard around again, I guess so to say, you know, if I really wasn't, or if I really was confident in myself, I wouldn't need to, I wouldn't be so scared of lowering my score by 2, because I should be, I guess, quote-unquote, for lack of a better word at current, skilled enough. Yes, I could have shot this boss too. I'm going crazy. Okay, I need to stop autopiloting. I'll end this conversation soon, but just 2 more top points of interest to get to. But yeah, if I was confident, this -2 score or a reset shouldn't be much, which is why I talked about being a better player in the first place. But, on the opposite side of that, once more, to flip the chessboard again, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anywho, moving on. If I remember, I remember. But again, that's you know, my defense, and let's actually focus on trying to survive. So, I have a lot of Doom, by the way. Please tell me. Okay, I don't have Fetid Fumes, which means for all intents and purposes, I should use this Doom here. No reason not to use it. Basically, apart from the double negative, I should use it. But anywho. So yeah, let's continue on. I mean, Moriko, I wouldn't say she's well, I think she's above average in terms, if I had to make a tier list, and off the top of my head, especially off the top of my head, Moriko would definitely be the better higher up, not just because of what she starts with, but also because of her perks and her stat spread. Part of that being, yes, strength is kind of a cool stat, but hey, can we run here? Yeah, we can. Because -2 all is not going to be great, even if I get a branch from it, which I think branch is the big offender for why the bug that happened. Can I not die to reason, though? That would be really nice, but we do have penalties here. Yeah, so we do have the penalties. I did the threat level increase by nature of the threat level increase event, or was that just, did it just happen? I don't want to pray and fail, so I'm going to do this. I might even go grab cigarettes now, but we'll see if we get out of this forest. That would be nice to do first. But I still think, though, I almost bit my tongue. I still think the resting was worth it. And yeah, since we can do 10 damage a turn, again, Ribcage Woman, I need to start remembering these, threshold encounters where Ribcage Woman has 16 or less HP on the first mystery. But as you can see in the 4th mystery, she has 18. So, yeah, our Doom is going to increase more. But if our Doom increases by like 16 in the next mystery, I mean, I guess the egg's on my face, right? I could try to avoid it, but usually avoiding Doom increases results in losing stamina and reason, both of which I am currently running lower on, but we're not at a dangerous level yet. So, assuming we have, I forgot, I should just check. I know we have, so we lose, I know I'm losing about 6 stamina and 3 reason. Are we losing more than that? No, second encounter, which I forgot. Second mystery, and Takshi-san, who should collapse like a pile of leaves. Where are these metaphors coming from? Anyway, sailors, we go. We'll throw the Ritual Mask and probably the Blessed Shell. Yeah. I should start using this more. Like in the Bark Woman encounter, I could have used the Blessed Shell there. Yeah, I probably should have used it there. But anywho. 2 Doom for 2 HP, pretty much. But that's not... yeah, so this would probably be a prime example if I don't want to run for Doom, which I don't want to do, so, do I? Ugh. I mean, if I'm going to be losing Doom anyway, I might as well increase my experience, right? Alternatively, I could just run and then visit the monument, I think. So that I don't lose any... yeah, I think that's the better option here. So, I haven't used the monument yet, so everything should be pretty good. Asked for funds again, good. And then we should be still okay. So really what happened is I lost 3 funds, but again, funds are pretty much near useless after you've spent as much as you want, hence why I don't mind. This, however, can the game please not do this to me? I'm only scared because I forgot my second encounter. It might actually be the Sweaty Assailant, all things considered. But I did completely forget. I don't know if it was an open-ended answer question. Yes, I would have definitely forgot. I can't even do this. Can I do this? No. Blech. Well, that's a shame because that puts me out of shotgun firing range. Unless I throw the ritual mass, but I don't want to do that. So, the question is if I can do this into a punch. I can. I think I can. So yeah, we will do this. And then we do... Oop, not that. This. And that should be more than enough. The bad news is if I run into another encounter, say at Seaside, I'm going to be in a lot of pain. There's also max threat level, but I don't... Do we have 3 investigations left here? I guess I'm about to find out. I would have liked to level up here, but it's a bit too late. And I can't even do Prep Strong anymore, so... This is a bit of a problem. We can do this. Do I want to do this, though? I probably do. I think I can survive. Question mark? So 8, 8, 16, and we fire again, I think is the plan. Yeah. So that's the plan. Or not. I need to hit this. I need to hit this. I need to hit this. And then we do this. Because that I needed to speed that encounter up. That being said, my doom is still steadily rising, so I think we're still okay for now. Yeah, we did have 3 investigations, but it's too late. And now we do this because I need to do this. So we were on timeline B. And then we do this. So I should be able to survive. I don't even have the 6th floor, so unless Takushi-san really smacks me one, I should be okay. But we'll find out. So, we don't have the light check, so I can freely throw the torch at Takushi-san as well. We lose 6 stamina, 3 reason, and we get to desperate action Takushi-san as well. So, away we go. But yeah, another thing I wanted to say is oh, wait, hold on. Let me just do this first. I fought the Drain Swimmer, really? That had to have... I completely forgot. Well, it wasn't this, and it wasn't... I don't think it was even the Bark Woman. It was one of these two, then. I want to say it was the Sweaty Assailant. I was wrong. Okay, well, good thing I didn't die. Oh, well, we'll find out still. But the other thing I wanted to say is, yeah, if this series has turned you off because of how I treated the reset for this episode, then I'm sorry. Oh, that's right, we're on Kotorufu. So we're actually, yeah, that was actually a bit more dangerous. But we should be fine. I don't die, right? I get really close to dying, though. I need to now do handcuff tech correctly. No! I almost missed that. Okay, anywho, into the next run we go, and that's Kotorufu down once more. And yeah, if me not doing a full reset is kind of meh, I'm sorry to say. But anywho, Ath, Scars, All Perks, Random Item, Toshiaki. At the same time, if I end up getting reset, guess it doesn't really matter. But if I don't, then you could come back and say, well, there's that time that you know, didn't do a full reset when you got bugged out by inventory. But anywho, that's something I can talk about in the future. Takushi-san, Strength, Charisma, every single stat check. Maybe a second encounter check, but I should remember it anyway. Scars all perks Toshiaki with random item stats. Huh. I still want to do this, don't I? Yeah, I do. The problem is I don't have Toshiaki perks. So... I just got like 4 of the same thing on TV in a row. 3, I think? Anywho. We'll grab the rumor just in case, but let's go default Toshi and see what we've got. Hell, Vigil, Ramen, Flood, Ward. Well, shoot. This is gonna be a high Doom run. Well, Flood is gonna kind of mitigate that, but I still don't like what I see here. So, I do need the Bookstrap regardless. I think Bookstrap is near non-negotiable. The problem is, I have a lot of boss encounters. The good news is I have a lot of Doom as Toshiaki, so I can take it, not slower, but I can use more Doom for healing. The problem comes in when I get fetid fumes and lose bath and things like that. So what do I want to do first? It's gonna be Ramen or Hell, because otherwise I don't get access to the thing, and I'd rather do Hell in fear of, roads closed. Seaside Hospital. And since I'm pretty much gonna go from Ward to Flood or Flood to Ward, I should probably just police station the hospital now. Downtown is high, but the hospital's more important, so... hospital, please. Grab the Bookstrap, equip the Bookstrap, and we grab a weapon and hope for the best. We could also go into the History Club and grab a perk. That is Toshiaki's privilege. So, I can go in a few times, especially if I'm not going to be grabbing a perk. I can go in more than a few times. That's... Unfortunately, the rings are less helpful here because of stuff. Meanwhile, Book of Gore is going to be the go-to, so we're going to grab that and move on. I don't want to spend too much Doom here, again, because I have both Vigil and Ward. That is going to somewhat outweigh... I was trying to go grab the funds. I don't know why I did that, but... into the hardware shop we go, and hopefully something here is great. Yeah, so, as I've mentioned before, it's not like the shovel will become an 80 speed item, or weapon. We're Toshiaki, so we get to do this. Carpenter Hammer 4. If this did 5, that would be great. Unfortunately, I think its speed increased too. The pocket knife costs more, because why not? I'm gonna keep re-rolling here. It's kind of important. Oh, 6 damage Monkey Wrench, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is a bit faster, too. I think I can prep attack. But anywho, moving on. So, yeah. So the unfortunate part of all perks Toshiaki, as I think about it, is that we also can't Sheb's Curse and then heal Frostbite. Well, it's going to be hard to do that anyway on this run, because if I go into Vigil and get sucked over to a thing, into Frostbite land, obviously I can't get rid of Frostbite. Anywho. Really? I completely don't know Toshiaki's offense. But anywho, moving on. Yeah, so a lot of bad things can happen. Along with the default things like just getting 2 flashbacks, which I think was a little better on a non-Harbinger. Or does he have 4 dexterity on non-Harbinger too? On a non-Harbinger difficulty. Anywho. So yeah, we effectively have 8% Doom right now, which is pretty good, but again, oh my goodness, Toshiaki, you're so good, man. I don't care if you do get Frostbite. Again, the chances of that happening are really, really low, although not being able to defeat this counter in 1 turn is also kind of a shame, but we'll go for this, and hopefully we hit at least one of these. Otherwise, yeah, near 50% chance to get out in 1, so hey. That being said, that was my first encounter. If I take Flood now, that would be my second. Although I might want to take Flood now because, things. I don't need to... Oh, or do I need to? I think I do need to, right? I still need to grab the Theologist here. Grabbing the Theologist in Flood now would result in, actually, I wanted to check something really quickly. Would result in -1 and not... And if I didn't grab the Theologist, I would get -2. So I feel like this is a random item, right? Random item stats, allowing me to sell that for 1. Anywho. Let's heal, funny enough, stamina instead, because I think I'm going to do Flood Neck now. And I'm going to go for damage researchers. I'm still going to grab the Theologist, but we'll see what I ultimately decide to do. And yeah, I think the same concept here applies, where I do this to get out in 1 turn, because I'm only taking 1 stamina damage anyway. So what are the odds here? 49%. Although, theoretically, if I can fit a dodge, I should be doing this instead, because this is better by 1%, but, I mean, it's better than... it's 1% better, I might as well play the averages, right? I didn't dodge, but it's fine, so... Yeah, away we go. And I forgot what else I was gonna say. Oh, well, it's also because I have the Tome of Rot, but... Still, that doesn't change the fact that Toshiaki's Bookstrap is probably one of the best, if not the best. I think it might be tied with Eichel's Daw, actually. -1 damage taken on Harbinger, anyway, versus faster actions per book item. And Toshiaki gets a freebie because he starts with the Necronomicon, of course, but hey. So maybe I'd grab the... It depends on how much damage I take. So I think the Sweaty Assailant was our second encounter, right? Meanwhile... I mean, if I can do this, I'm just gonna take the 2-turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the 2-turn. Thank goodness for... And we get bonus damage, but we 2-turn anyway. That bonus damage was not going... Well, maybe it could have. I'm a bit out of it to use math, even though I'm probably as awake as I'm going... Well, there goes my thingy until, my Book of Gore until I either get, well, I should probably get that healed. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna get that healed because, I'm Toshiaki. Because we're Toshiaki. Really, that's the only reason why. We need this, actually. I think I can rest twice after this, right? Still? Question mark? Although this isn't great. 12... Can I fit a strong if I try to dodge? Or dodge, well... Alright, well, of all times to be able to do this, I would like to do it now. So, dodge and hit. Tell me I dodged the attack then. Okay, good. We're gonna do it again. There's a very low chance, but we're here now. We do the best we can. And we didn't dodge this time, but I mean, it's the best. I could at least broke even. Breaking even meaning, yeah, I didn't dodge that one time, but at least, or I didn't get the hit, but at least I dodged. Now is the best time. Yeah, core strength. I don't have any allies. I won't be getting any allies, right? The reason I want to do this is while core strength is going to be very, very nice, Frostbite Land is going to be worse. So, we'll do that. And then rest. And then rest again. And we have to escape. But 4 stamina for a reason, I'll take it. And away we go. So, 50%. Theoretically, I do 14 damage per turn. But since that looks absolutely abysmal, I would rather guarantee, yeah, just one-shot this ad here. And then 2-turn the boss here. Yeah. So, yeah. Moving on. 6th floor. Sweaty Assailant was a second encounter. Please tell me it was the second. I know I'm Toshiaki, so I don't need to worry about Doom checks as much, but... Oh, Abdominal Cut is lowering my max stamina as well. Into Ward I go. Huh. Are any... That is minor, that's major. I need Book of Gore, so I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I think I arrest this guy. I arrest the boss here as well. That's going to be the plan. If I can't, I mean, I could just run away. Yeah, I could just run away, but we'll see. Again, because we're Toshiaki, although I do want the experience, yeah, anywho. -1 all for a double sever. I'll take it. Unfortunately, this encounter does -1 all. Otherwise, yes, I would have tried to maybe go for the Ghost Ritual, but it did -1 all. Hide among the crowd. I completely forgot. We need to grab the package really quickly. We'll take a look at the boss. Although, again, this would probably be the boss to one of the top three bosses to use handcuffs on. Don't ruin the calm moment to get nothing. So yeah. Anywho, moving on. Well, this would be nice, but you know, I have 3 charisma. It rolled a 10, but still, I had 3 charisma. Let's pretend that checks are fair and or I don't often roll 9, 10s, 11s, and 12s. So, anywho. I was thinking about going into Vigil, but considering how low my resources are, I know I have Book of Gore, but still, okay, so they're, you know what? I'm going to improvise here, but only to do this. And as long as nothing really strange happens, I'm going to do it close enough to not risk things. I mean, yeah, I'm going to do it close enough to not risk things. So let's creep closer one more time. So yeah, I feel like it's not broke. I feel like it's just branch, but again, someone else could take a closer look at that bug. I, however, will do this. Not that Toshiaki really needs to do all this, because I need to keep books in my inventory anyway, so I almost thought that was Fast Swimmer. I see that, it's because I think the developer said that the image was not supposed to be this. Anywho. You know what? Funny enough, we're taking second sight. I'm still gonna take strength. Who am I kidding? So, before we do that, let's rest here twice to top ourselves off for, hopefully, Vigil. And let's see what we can do. So, I need to hit at least 3 of these. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. 13 experience, so basically I use my handcuffs to get 13 experience, but it also gets rid of a boss, and I don't take damage, so we get extra experience here, because I don't need the healing. Into Vigil I go. What's our last mystery going to be? Ramen. Okay, so Vigil, if I want the or if I want to reach level 5, I could do Ramen, by visiting the History Club twice. I'm pretty sure I haven't used it yet. Otherwise, I could tactically grab a sewing, or not, but if I did get the sewing kit, that would help me reach level 5. I know that when you fail there on the left side, nothing happens. That's why I did it. I forgot what you get, though. I feel like I wanted to say it was a book. I don't know why I think that. I could be wrong. Anywho. Goes to show how much I don't believe in my own RNG, but I really should just do that off recording to remind myself. So while some people might think I'm the Harbinger guy, I mean, I do play on Harbinger a lot, but I mean, if you want to define me as the Harbinger guy that way, then maybe sure, but anywho, the envelope is a ring type item, right? A pool of rings, it draws from anywho. Although the sewing kit here would have been nice, we can still do this, so it's fine. And I forgot what I was talking about. Anywho. 15 damage per turn on demand, no brace, is pretty good. What was my threshold there? I think I said usually 10, although 12 is my minimum, especially for ally attack. But I say 12 because, again, with 10 you risk some enemies hitting 21, and that you don't want to be taking damage on Harbinger, because it's a lot of damage. Anywho. I mean, am I gonna go past level 5 anyway? Otherwise, I should just go through with this and fight whoever's coming. So, we're gonna do that. Oh, I could have grabbed the ring to throw away in ramen. That's what I could have done. But anywho, it's too late. We'll grab a mask here and equip it, or not, because it immediately boots you into the encounter. And we roll. We roll on 3 out of 4. Good. I really should roll the actual... Is that still binomial probability? Binomial probability? Binomial probability? Am I using the correct phrase here, mathematicians? But basically the probability of hitting 3 out of 4. Although I think that you can use binomial probability. Anywho, I'm just gonna take the guarantee. And keep increasing strength. Because we're Toshiaki, we're not gonna pass any checks, but because we have Book of Gore, we have a fallback plan. And I think I have all 3 thingies as well, so it would be great to do stuff. I also have a lot of other things to throw away as well, so I also have Painkiller, which I want to keep so that way I can top myself off and effectively have 11 stamina. But anywho, so I don't need this dexterity. I mean, I could use it, but we're not going to. And the black hair is nearly useless as well, so we're gonna do that. We'll keep the meat cleaver on us for now, for the sake of throwing it, is what I'm trying to say. And with my doom this low, you know what? I'm just gonna go for a pack of cigarettes as well. We're gonna grab, yeah, we're gonna grab 6 funds because random item stats fluctuates it by 1, I believe, or more. Never mind, I'm completely wrong. Wow, that's interesting. Anywho, I did also get a brick, but more importantly, I get cigarettes, which I'm just going to burn now, question mark? And away we go. So we keep the brick first, because that... I could also be, you know what, yeah, let's just grab double stuff. If that was the case, I shouldn't have smoked the cigarettes. The reason why I'm saying that is because together, brick and meat cleaver, especially with at least a 5 damage weapon, you're usually able to one-shot most enemies. Hence why it's a waste of cigarettes, because I don't need to be this fast unless I'm planning to save the brick and meat cleaver. I mean, I could do the alternative thing and not use the brick and meat cleaver and save it for a later quote-unquote encounter. I forgot my lighthouse checks. I know I have every single stat check, right? What I'm trying to remember is if I had Takashi-san, but if I do and I hit 5 cigarettes, I won't be in trouble because he does doom damage, but it's not efficient is what I'm trying to say. So, okay, never mind. We are going to be throwing the brick and the meat cleaver. I could probably do better. Can I do better, actually? I think I can. Yeah, I can. So yeah, I don't even need to. And I think I had to throw the brick, because if the meat cleaver only did 3, I would not have hit the damage threshold to do the actions that I did. And do a thing. Anywho. Let's grab the smelly meat so we can maybe try to hit level 5. Do I even hit level 5? I'm about to find out. So this is 50 experience overall, right? But is that with thorough? Let me just check. Yeah, so thorough is 15. You get 30. Oh no, it just gives you... Why did I think it's 50? Anywho. So I was 5 off my guess, but if we pass 2 checks at the lighthouse, we're fine. The problem is... Barring... Yeah, so if I should be able to get... Because I think it was the sweaty assailant, right? Or never mind, it's Takashi-san first. So, my cigarettes will last, and I will get to level up. Not that that allows me to pass any of those stat checks, but the important part here is that I need to grab these painkillers, because otherwise I would have been auto-dead, because there's no other... Well, aside from saving a level up, actually, yeah, I think it would have been fine. We'll do that just to be... prudent, but anywho. Tatsumaksen Pukyak! I get bonus damage too. I had to hit all of those, really? Anywho. Again, it's not like I care about my Doom because we're Toshiaki. Yeah. He was nerfed, by the way. It was a very small nerf, but he was nerfed. Yeah, we do whatever we want here. So, yeah, and without further ado, Ath was a dupe god, but at least we got Cthulhu out of the way. If you want to persuade me to do a full reset, I'm still willing to do that, and then basically I can just carry the score here over to basically doing an Ath and Cthulhu run, so my score would theoretically be 2. But otherwise, for everyone else, just know that, you know, this is end of video stuff. So if you want to support me long-term, subscribing to the channel will help. I mean, the game is coming out. If you have any ideas or you want me to go over things like, you know, maybe an unlocked series, I was thinking about that too. Let me know. Otherwise, I mean, say what you want to say. Support me if you want to. Otherwise, I appreciate that you've watched. Thank you for watching. Bye!